जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
हरि 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 बोल
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा बनचारी यमुना यमुना तीरा बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवर धारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा बनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकचार्य स्तोत्र सचरी श्रृंखला भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। भागवत। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकचार्य स्तोत्र सचरी श्रृंखला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कान बीबीटी संस्थापकाचार्य इस्कान बीबीटी फाउंडरचार्य हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तविंद की जय। श्री श्री गौर राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री श्री नवदीप द्वारका धाम की जय। श्री धाम मायापुर धाम की जय। श्री श्री यमुना मई गंगमयी की जय। श्री श्री तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री श्री सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। Our loving spiritual master, His divine grace, most merciful savior of the whole world, by spreading Sanatan Dharma, holy name all over the world. Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glories to Sambal devotees. All glories to Sambal devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gaurang. All glories to His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimrandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvaya Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manovishnam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapad Kamalam Shri Guram Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kant Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kantana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatarvescha Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Padaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschad. Class is in Hindi or English?
English is better, Maharaj, because there are people here in the Zoom also, especially Yogendra.
Tonight then I need English Bhagavatam. We have? Bring. This is for fifth canto. वो निकाल के दे दो उसमें से. Thank you very much for coming, and everybody is welcome. And today, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, I am taking this fifth canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 5, canto 5th, text 1. Lord Rishabhadev's teachings. So, if you can recite with me, maybe word by word translation, otherwise I can recite myself. Rishabho Vacha. Lord Rishabhadev said, Na, not. I am this. Deha, body. Deha bhajanam, of all living entities who have accepted material bodies. Niloke, in this world. Kashtan, troublesome. Kaman, sense gratification. Arhate, deserve. Vitabhujam, of stool eaters. Ye, which? Tapa, austerities and penances. Divyam, divine. Putraka, my dear sons. Yena, by which? Sattvam, the heart. Shuddhayet, becomes purified. Yasmat, from which? Brahma Saukyam, spiritual happiness. Tu, certainly. Anantam, unending. Rishabho Vacha, Nayam Dega Dega Bhajam Naloke, Kashtana Kamana Harte Bidabhujamaje, Tapo Divyam Putra Kayena Satyam, Shuddhaye samad brahma saukyam tavantam. Anybody wants to repeat this side this shloka? So it will take some time. I will. Huh? Rishabhovacha. Tapodivyam putrakayena satyam. Hyudyet samad brahma saukyam tavantam. Translation, now please, all of you, repeat after me. Lord Rishabdev told his sons, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human body form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. But by such activity, one's heart is purified. And when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. Purport by His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. In this verse, Lord Rishabdev tells his sons about the importance of human life. The word Deha Bhak refers to anyone who accepts a material body. But the living entity who is awarded the human form must act differently from animals. Dear devotees, brothers and mothers, young and old, thank you very much for joining, and everybody is welcome. Here in the purport to this verse, Srila Prabhupada is explaining that Lord Rishabdev, he was the incarnation of personality of God at Krishna. Lord Rishabdev, he was king. Now he is taking sannyas. He is imparting last instructions to his 100 sons. So what he is saying, that this human form, this human body is very, very rare. There are 8,400,000 different species of life. And human body is also one of them. So this body is mentioned in our Vedic scripture, in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita. This human body is very rare to achieve. Why it is rare to achieve? Because through this human form, we can approach the supreme destination. What is the supreme destination? Supreme destination is we can return back home, back to Godhead, where life is full of knowledge, eternal and blissful, where there is no birth, no death, no old age, no disease, no fighting, no backbiting, and no dirty politics. Spiritual world is free from all these things. Devotees, me, you, he, she, we all belong to the spiritual world. It is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. कृष्ण भूलिया जीव भोग वंशा करे पाशेते माया तारे झोपड़िया धरे. A jiva soul, after forgetting Krishna, he wanted to enjoy independent of Krishna. This is our blunder, mistake, whatever you call it. We wanted to enjoy independent of Krishna. Krishna's one quality is full of wonderful qualities. But one of those wonderful qualities is independent. He is not dependent on anyone. We are his part and parcel. We also inherit that quality of independence. Krishna is just like a sea, and we are a drop of water of sea. Qualitatively same, but quantitatively different. Sea is very big, drop is very small, but quality is same. Sea water is salty, drop is also salty. Krishna is Paramatma and we are Vibhuvatma, small. We are Jivatma. Quality is same but quantity is different. But that quality of independence which we inherit from our Father Sri Krishna, we misuse that. Krishna doesn't force anyone. This we should keep in our mind. Just like one example is given, a man has taken his dog outside and the dog is trying to go further, he pulls his chain, pull his lash. If stay back, pull his lash. He has to walk next to him. Lord doesn't like to keep us like a dog. We have misused that minute independence which is given to us by Krishna, which we inherit from Krishna. We have misused that. That's why we are here in this miserable material world. Dear devotees, brothers and mothers, please repeat Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now our only business is to get out of here. Not to try to make a permanent home in a temporary miserable material world, which we are all doing in different degrees. We are not from here. Actually, devotees, I generally say, we are not supposed to do anything here. Why? Because we are not from here. We are for little time here. So what we are supposed to do? Which is explained by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Lord is saying, Yat karoshi, yad ashnashi, yad johosi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tad kurusham adarpanam. O son of Kunti, whatever you do, you should do as an offering towards me. Idle brain is a devil workshop. So we are not supposed, whatever we do, we should do in connection with Krishna. We should do for the pleasure of Krishna. Because these human bodies are given to us by Krishna so that we can revive our original consciousness. Our original consciousness is Krishna consciousness. Because we wanted to enjoy separate of Krishna, we fell down into this material world. Krishna said, go there and nobody there to check you. But he is so kind, he is so merciful, time after time. millennium after millennium, he appears, or he sends his pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada to help us to get out of here. We, because of our association with Krishna's inferior energy matter, we have become polluted. Our consciousness is polluted. We don't know what to do and what not to do. So, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Suharidam Sarva Bhutanam, that I am the well-wisher of everyone. I am the well-wisher of all living entities. There's no doubt in this. Krishna is our well-wisher, but we have become our own enemy. Why? Because we want to enjoy here. For how long we will enjoy here? For how long we are going to stay in this body? There is one bhajan we sing in India, Jagat mein koi na permanent. Tel chameli, chandan sabun, chahe lagao scent, jagat mein koi na permanent. You use nice oil, nice soap, nice this, but you are not going to stay here permanent. You are here temporary, maximum 100 years. So we are so foolish. Why we are foolish? Because we are disconnected from our real Father Sri Krishna. We are identifying ourselves with this material world, miserable material world, and we have become contaminated. Dear devotees, our only business is, doesn't matter, I have a man's body, woman's body, white body, black body, Brahmin body, Kshatriya body, Vaishya body, doesn't matter. I am not this body. I am a soul, and I am a part and parcel of Super Soul Sri Krishna. My only business is to revive my original consciousness. Right now, because of my association with the matter, I have become contaminated. My consciousness is contaminated. I cannot think properly. So, how then I will be able to think properly? But by engaging myself in the service of Krishna, engaging myself in the devotional service of Krishna, doing everything for His pleasure. Dear devotees, spiritual life begins from here. Lord Krishna says, Arjun, you are worried that this relative will be killed. Natvevahum jatu nasam, natvam neme janadipa, na chaivana bhavishyama, sarve bhayam mataparam. Lord is explaining, there was no time when you didn't exist, or these soldiers standing here, and they will continue existing in the future. What is that? Which was existing will continue exist. That is a soul. That is a real ID. In the animal kingdom, they can eat, they can sleep, they can mate, they can defend. But they cannot inquire about soul, which we can only inquire about soul. Dear devotees, we should be busy only inquiring about that soul and realizing that soul. We should not be busy in general. In the Western world where you are living, Indian people prefer to come and stay in the West. What is there? Eat, drink and be merry. Eat, drink and be merry and go to hell then. What will happen? Animals are not eating, they are not mating, they are not defending, they are doing. But this special developed intelligence which was given to all of us by Krishna is not for this purpose, which Lord Shivdev is mentioning here. Lord Shivdev told his son that, my dear son, of all the living entities, one who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form, should not work hard day and night. Those who are awarded this human form, should not work day and night simply for sense gratification. What we are doing? We want to gratify our senses. Why not? Which is available even for dogs and hogs. This sense gratification is available for dogs and hogs. Dog, he will make his sister wife, daughter wife, mother wife. No discrimination. Same is with the hogs. Very easily this sense gratification is available in the animal kingdom. In this form, this is there. But we have to refrain ourselves from this sense enjoyment. Here, what's happening? What is the propaganda in the Western world? Enjoy. Actually, they are not enjoying, they are suffering. So many diseases, so many problems. People are suffering. This cancer, no treatment. AIDS, I don't know whether treatment, also no treatment. Why these diseases are there? Too much sense enjoyment. And spiritual life begins from here. I am not this body. When I am not this body, why I should be after sense enjoyment? Then what I should be doing? Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. Lord Sri Krishna is the master of the senses. He is Rishikesh. I am supposed to engage my senses in the service of master of senses. But what I am doing? I am trying to enjoy my senses, which we should try to understand. Doesn't matter I am a man or woman, we should try to understand. This sense enjoyment is on the bodily plane, and more we enjoy the senses, more we become body conscious. And the message of Srila Prabhupada, this great ISKCON is Krishna consciousness, not bodily conscious. And before the end of our life comes, devotees, we are progressing towards the end of our life. We don't know when the end is going to come. Me, you, he, she, we don't know. At any moment it can come. At any age it can come. That is the great test which we are all going to sit. And to pass that test is required Krishna consciousness. I need to be properly situated by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada under the lotus feet of Krishna. Kali Yuga. There is one sampradaya, all of you must be knowing, or some may be not knowing. Vallabh Sampradaya, famous. Their Acharya was Vallabhacharya. Once he was having a prikarma of Vrindavan with his followers. So he saw one very big python, and so many ants are eating this python. Ants are eating, we cannot do anything, big body. Vallabhacharya looked at this python, he sat down there. Told his followers, you please go. I want to be here. He said, why? He explained, you see this python? He was a guru in his previous life. See, so many ants are eating him, they were all his disciples. He couldn't deliver himself, he couldn't deliver his followers. They have become ants, he has become python, now they are eating him. So Kali Yuga going on like this, But Krishna ascended is a pure representative Srila Prabhupada. Krishna is very merciful, very kind. And Prabhupada, I had the association of Prabhupada, his personal servant. Before I met Prabhupada, I have seen a good number of saints in India. That was my hobby from my young age. But nobody was like Prabhupada. Prabhupada was not from this material world. He was from the spiritual world. Very, very special, unique personality. One thing Prabhupada did with me, he stole my heart. Only he could do this because he was so transcendental, so pure, so great. You see, within few years, he spread this Krishna consciousness all over the world. Devotees, I like to say to all of you, please become a true followers of Srila Prabhupada. And me, you, he, she can be delivered from the cycle of birth and death. What is the true following of Srila Prabhupada? I will repeat one statement of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada spoke very strongly about our society not existing for the purpose of sense gratification. This was in connection with paying salaries to devotees and supplying special facilities for Grihasthas. Prabhupada stressed that Krishna consciousness meant vairagya. One who was not interested yet in developing vairagya could not be maintained by the society. Otherwise, the whole institution would become weakened. If Grihasthas were rendering essential service, the temple could provide living facilities, but they had to work voluntarily, not for salaries. Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna nahi anya, Brajendra Nandan jai, Sachi Sutta hoila sai, Balaram hoila nitai. What are the teachings of Lord Chaitanya? Lord Chaitanya, as a Krishna, he spoke whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. But in this form, he gave them 8 shlokas, Shikshashtaka. One of the shlokas is, Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kame mam janmani janmani ishvare bhavatad bhaktir ahaituki tvai. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, which we are all after. Nor do I desire beautiful women, we are all after that. Nor do I want any number of followers, we are all after that. Nor do I want to become a big orator. Then what do you want? I only want your causeless devotional service. If we learn to perform causeless devotional service, devotees, then only we can accomplish the mission of this human form of life, not otherwise. If I am only ulterior motive, any material desire, that will take me back to the cycle of birth and death. But the message is, back home, back to Godhead. Prabhupada made this movement, magazine, by BTG, back to Godhead. Bhagwan ki aur mudo. Turn your face towards Krishna. So, this is my humble request to you. And remember one thing. In the chapter 13, verse 9, Krishna has mentioned, Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. Birth, death, old age, disease, problem. One should see them, darshanam, like we go to see the Lord in the temple. We should see them also, because they are coming. For me, you, he, she, nobody can escape from these things. Nobody can escape. So, Lord is recommending, see them. Why? So that you can avoid them. You can escape yourself from them. How? By coming to my shelter. This is what Prabhupada recommends. The Krishna says, Sarva dharman paritajya mam ekam sharana braja. Give up all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from the reaction of your sinful action. Do not worry, do not fear. This is our business. And when that time of death will come, wife may be standing there, sons may be standing there, relatives may be standing there, but they cannot do anything. They can only just watch, oh, he's suffering. And sometimes when person is toward the end of his life, he cannot speak anything. In that situation, who is going to help us? Only Krishna. I am saying my wife, my home, my children, my this, my that, but nobody belongs to me. Who's real mine? You know who's the real mine? Nobody knows. Okay, sing now. गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है गोविंद एवरीवन गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है ओ बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है ओ बांके बिहारी नंदलाल मेरो है गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है मेरा कुछ नहीं है मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे नंदलाल सांबरिया मेरे. Actually, our real solace near, real, father, real mother is Krishna. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Pran. Tumeva Mata cha Pita tumeva, tumeva Bandhu cha Sakha tumeva, tumeva Vidya cha Durinam tumeva, tumeva Sarvam Mama Devade. O Lord of the Lord, you are my mother, father, my education, my son, dharma, everything you are for me. So we have to turn our face towards him because the test is approaching very fast. One should not think that when I will grow old, then I will do, in old age. In Punjabi there is saying, Addo godon rei te ram japan dei. When body is invalid, means knees are not working properly, pain and whole body is paining, now trying to chant Ram. It's not possible. So, whenever we come to our senses, take to this process, remembering that test in which we are going to sit. That test is approaching and we should be ready for that. There's one very nice saying in one doha. All of you please repeat after me. दो बातन को भूल मत. Never forget two things. क्या है वो? जो चाहत कल्याण. अगर तुम्हें अपना कल्याण चाहिए तो दो बातों को नहीं भूलना. वो कौन कौन सी? If you want your future bright, don't forget two things. What are those things? नारायण एक मौत को दूजे श्री भगवान. Don't forget two things. One, death. Second, Sri Krishna Bhagavan. If you want your future bright, we don't want our future bright. We are making our future dark by forgetting Krishna. Message is, we make our future bright. So here, Prabhupada is saying, animals like dogs and hogs enjoy sense gratification by eating stool. The sense enjoyment is so easily available in the animal forms. And we human beings, this human body is very rare. We are only busy in sense gratification. This is our gross ignorance. Trying to enjoy themselves at night by after undergoing severe hardships all day, human beings are trying to enjoy themselves at night by eating, drinking, having sex and sleeping. At the same time, they have to properly defend themselves. However, this is not human civilization. There is one shloka, Ahara nidra bhayame tunach samanya vetat pashuve naranam dharmo hitesha adhiko vishesha dharme nahina pashuve samanam. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, same between man and animal. We eat, they eat, we sleep, they sleep. We mate, they mate, we defend, they defend. What is the difference? Dharmo hitesha. A human being can follow the laws of God. Dharme nahina pashuve smanam. One who is not following the laws of God is like animal. Rather I say, he is worse than animal. Why? Because jivas in the animal form, in animal kingdom, they will go on progressing gradually. Gradually they will come to the human form. We have come to the human form. They are progressing. We are going backward. If we are after sense enjoyment. No, we should make progress further, return to our real home, back to Godhead, where life is full of knowledge, eternal and blissful. Human life means voluntarily practicing suffering for the advancement of spiritual life. This is another meaning of human life. Human life means voluntarily practicing suffering for the advancement of spiritual life. Get up early in the morning is suffering. Taking shower is not suffering. For spiritual advancement, we should take suffering. There is, of course, suffering in the lines of animals and plants which are suffering due to their past mistakes. However, human beings should voluntarily accept suffering. Prabhupada is saying we should voluntarily accept suffering in the form of austerities and penances in order to attain the divine life. Our only purpose is to attain that divine life. What is that divine life? Which is free from miseries, free from birth, death, old age and disease. That divine life is in the spiritual world, in the Golok Vrindavan, in the Vaikuntha Loka. We should prepare for that. And this human body is only meant for that. Position is like this, devotees. Just like a little boy sent to the school, but he has no interest in studying. His interest is playing, doing the mischiefs. Why? Because of boy, he is, childish nature. His nature is not advanced, it's childish nature. He doesn't understand that. Same way, because we are in illusion, we are in what you call a body concept of life, and we don't understand this, that my business is to cultivate Krishna consciousness. Parents of a boy, little boy, father, mother, they scold the children, scold the boy or girl. You must go to school. You must study. Same like Prabhupada is our father and mother. He's trying to help us. Still it is up to us to take his help or not. But one thing, never forget, death and Krishna, always remember them. Death can come at any moment, and we are here in this form to remember Krishna, not to waste our time in sense gratification. After attaining the divine life, one can enjoy happiness eternally. If we become Krishna conscious and leave this body while conscious of Krishna, while remembering Krishna, then what will happen? We will enjoy eternally. We will be eternally happy in the spiritual world. After all, every living entity is trying to enjoy happiness, but as long as one is engaged in the material body, he has to suffer. In the human body, this body is not meant for, it's suffering actually. Krishna is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, Mamapetya punarjanma dukkhalyam shashvatam. Those who are born going to die, and this material world is place of misery, dukkhalya. And a place of misery is, we are looking for happiness. This is our foolishness. This is not the intelligence. When this place is already declared as a place of miseries, then why I am looking for happiness? This is my foolishness. And the screw, this sense enjoyment, there are small screw in our brain. Sense enjoyment is on the body platform. When we keep ourselves busy in the sense enjoyment, those screw becomes loose. Then person cannot understand anything. He thinks I am this body made of screws. Let me enjoy this and let me tie those screws. You cannot do that. And we suffer. Then again go to the cycle of pattern, go to the animal kingdom. No, you want sense enjoyment? Go, no question of mother, daughter, sister, go enjoying. Keep on suffering. Animals, big animal eat with small animal. So much suffering. So dear devotees, please say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. These sufferings can only be mitigated if we become Krishna conscious. Not otherwise. No other way. Our brain department has become, is not functioning properly because of too much sense enjoyment. So, we should take to this process of Krishna consciousness, which is very kindly given by Srila Prabhupada, and situate ourselves properly. If we are able to situate ourselves properly, then only the life can become better. We can become better person. After attaining the divine life, happiness, but as long as one is engaged in the material body, he has to suffer different kinds of miseries. Material body means miseries and sufferings. Srila Prabhupada is saying this. A higher sense is present in the human form. We should act according to superior advice in order to attain eternal happiness and go back to Godhead. This is the purpose. A higher sense is present in the human form. The higher sense is that for animal, like dog has few, small dogs. Some are male, some are female. When they grow, they become wife and husband. They don't understand. We are born from the same mother. He is my brother, she is my sister. No. Animal bodies are like that. But human form, where is my mother? I have to touch her feet. Here is my sister. If she is elder, then I have to touch her feet. Younger, I have to protect my younger sister. My wife, mother, sister, daughter. 4 are women with different relations. These are only in the human form, not in the animal kingdom. Nowadays, human beings are becoming like animal. Prabhupada has come here to save us from going to dogs, going to the hellish life. My humble request to all of you, please become serious in this Krishna consciousness. It's nothing to play. It's a serious life. Last time when I was here, I happened to meet the wife of Narada Muni. But this time she is no more. She was not very old woman, but she was doctor, she was dentist. Left her body. We don't know when the death is going to come. That's why it's mentioned, दो बातन को भूल मत जो चाहत कल्याण नारायण एक मौत को दूजे श्री भगवान. Never forget death, never forget Krishna. Always remember. It should be like this. There were 2 friends, very fast friends. They met with each other after a long time. When they met with each other after a long time, one friend asked the other one, I say, we are meeting after so long. Have you remembered me any of the days for after so long? He is thinking. Other one is not replying. I'm asking you this question. Have you remembered me? He's not. He said, what are you thinking? So he replied to his friend, I am thinking when I forgot you. This should be with us. We should remember Krishna all the time. Never forget him. Never forget him. This is the purpose of life. And this Bhakti Yoga is so wonderful. They're saying in Hindi, all of you repeat, Pothi pad pad yug moa, Pandit bhaya na koe. After studying so many volumes of books, nobody has become a learned scholar. Why not? ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित होए. Anyone who has learned to love Krishna, he is a real Pandit. But one who has studied many books but no love for Krishna. Prabhupada tells one story. Once Naraji Maharaj, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Once Narada Muni is a great personality. Lord Devrishi Naraji Maharaj ki. He was wandering in the material world. He happened to meet one Brahmin, very learned scholar. He folded his hand before him. My dear Narada Muni, you are a great person. You can go to the spiritual world. This time when you will go to the spiritual world, please kindly find out about me when I am going to attain the salvation, when I am going to go back home, back to Godhead. Nari said, okay, I will do that. Naraji came further. There was one big banyan tree, and underneath that tree, one cobbler was sitting. He is taking care of the shoes, broken shoes, sewing them. When he saw Naraji, he stood up, folded hand, paid his dandavat to Naraji Maharaj. Naraji, you are great. I have one question. can you inquire about me that when I'm going to go back to Godhead? Nari said, okay, I will. When Nari went to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha Loka, he inquired from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, my Lord, two persons have asked the same question. When they are going to be delivered? Lord said that Brahman, it will take him 7 births. But that cobbler is going to come to this lifetime back to Godhead. Naraji was wondering, how come that cobbler doing the dirty work and the learned Brahman after 7 births? Prabhupada tells this story. He came and told the Brahmin, he met that after 7 births, he was very angry. Why 7 births? Now when Naraji was doubtful, then Lord said, Narad, you are doubtful, you are thinking then what I am saying is wrong. These 2 people will dissipate your doubtness. When you will go to them, they will ask what I was doing. You tell them that I was passing an elephant through the eye of a needle. Then you will get the answer of your doubt will be clear. When he met that Brahmin first, he inquired, you went to the Vaikuntha Loka, you met Narayan, what he was doing. He said he was doing wonderful thing. What was that? He was passing an elephant through the eye of a needle. Brahman said, I don't believe this nonsense. And I said, oh, this guy, his knowledge is bookish knowledge, but he has no faith in the Narayan. I told him that 7 births, after 7 births, he became more angry and left. Then he came to the cobbler. Cobbler stood up, paid his obeisances. My dear Naraji, you went to see the Lord in Vaikuntha. He said, yes. What Lord was doing? He was doing one wonderful thing. What was that? He was passing an elephant through the eye of a needle. Then this cobbler started crying immediately. Tears were in his eyes. Naraji inquired, you believe this? But you didn't see. What is the point of your believing? How you believe? I said, my dear Narad, my Lord, he can do anything. See this big banyan tree I'm sitting. This tree has little, fruit. There's so many small seeds. My Lord has hidden a big banyan tree in that small seed. My Lord can do anything. Then Narayana, so he has full faith in the Lord. He has a bookish knowledge but no faith in the Lord. So we should develop that faith by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada unto the lotus feet of Krishna. This moment is not a moment, this moment is a bhakti moment. Like so many examples are there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, different scriptures. Devotion. At present, people have so many problems. Why? Because there is no devotion to Krishna. When there is no devotion, there is no emotion. When there is no emotion, only commotion. Problems. And then there will be no promotion to the spiritual world. One should remember this notion. Only by pure devotion service to the Supreme Lord should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So, bhakti prashanubhava, viraktas anyatra cha. Many becomes bookish, bookworm, so much knowledge but no realization. Lord Chaitanya only gave the 8 shlokas, sufficient. Lord himself all the time chanting. गाये गौरा मधुर स्वरे, गाये गौरा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गाये गौरा मधुर, गाये गौरा मधुर। That Gauranga used to sing in very sweet voice. He is the Supreme Personality of God. He is Krishna himself. Difference between him and Krishna is only one. He is Krishna in the form of his own devotee, in the bhav of Radha. But in this bhav, in this emotion, Lord Krishna has become very, very merciful. He is giving the love of Godhead to everyone. He himself chant and dance and goes to the people, wake up. जीव जागो, गौरा चंद्र बोले, कथा निद्रा जाओ माया पिस्या जीरा बोले. Wake up sleeping souls to the eternal beauty of Krishna. You are wasting your time. I had one devotee from Delhi. He was a very rich man. But I tried my level best. He couldn't give up his, One problem he has, we have 24 hours, he used to sleep 25 hours. His name was Pratyush Bharatiya. He left his body in a young age, He traveled with me to Canada, America, different places. But he liked sleeping, Once I went to him, he was sleeping. I woke him up. Pratyush, I am here. Oh, Maharaj, I can't keep up, I'm sleeping. Soon he left his body. We like sleeping. The sleeping is, it is mentioned. Saint Kabir has mentioned. All of you can repeat. Kabira soya kya kare? Saint Kabir is saying, what are you doing after sleeping? Jago japo murar. Get up and chant the name of Murari Sri Krishna. Murar, who has killed the demon Mura. Krishna has killed the demon Mura. His name is Murar. Jago japo murar. एक दिन ऐसा सो बना, लंबे पांव पसार. No, you like to sleep. Get up. Chant, get up and chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. The day is going to come when you are going to sleep and never get up then. Everybody will try to wake up, you won't be able to wake up. Jago japur murar, ek din aisa sobna lambe paun pasar. Devotees, purpose of life is to return back home, back to God. And that will come with devotion and emotion. This moment, many becomes knowledgeable but no devotion. Sometimes it is seen, devotee, they claim that they are devotee. There's one, I will call him so-called devotee in India. He was from the village. And some villagers gave him some land, you built a temple here. But he didn't do that. Then villagers, they took their land back. They started, tilling that land. He came that to whom the land was given. One who was tilling the land, he was killed on the spot by that person. So land given to me, why you're taking back? He said, you didn't make the temple, they killed him. This kind of persons are there. What they will do? How they will deliver others? How they will be delivered? We have become very, very, what you call low class. We are after these material things, material happiness, material enjoyment, Everything here in this material world is of temporary nature. But this Krishna consciousness, devotion to Krishna is the eternal. We should become devotee. We should accept this eternal devotional service given to us by Krishna. Then only we can be really happy if we become conscious of Krishna. Let me ask you one question. We came yesterday on a long flight. Do I look happy or unhappy?
Happy.
You know why I am happy? Anybody knows? Nobody knows. Should I tell my reason of my happiness?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Huh? Because I was never married. That's the reason of my happiness. There's one boy came, I said, Maharaj, whatever you will say, I will do that. Then I said, then don't get married.
But what we can do now?
Huh?
We are already married, you met us so late.
But better late than never. Take to Krishna conscious seriously. Better late than never. This one boy, he said, Maharaj, what do you want to marry? No, Maharaj, whatever you will say, I will do that. But I want to test him. I said, okay, then don't get married. Then he didn't say anything. He said, whatever I say, he wants to get married. Then he planned different things and then got married. But then he should not have said this, that whatever you will say, I will do that. That was just to please me, We should, there's nothing in this material world. It's only our unclean mind. Unclean mind is thinking, I will be happy this way, I will be happy that way. No happiness here or no happiness there. Happiness is only unto the lotus feet of Krishna. There's one bhajan. Bhaj man Ram charan sukhdai. Bhaj man Krishna charan sukhdai. जिन चरणन से निकली गंगा जिन शंकर जटा समाय शंकर जटा शंकरी नाम प्रयोग है त्रिभुवन तारन आई त्रिभुवन भज मन राम चरण सुखदाई भज मन कृष्ण चरण सुखदाई हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरि बोल हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरि बोल गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय। जय गोविंद जय गोविंद जय गोविंद जय गोविंद। जय गोपाल जय गोपाल जय गोपाल जय गोपाल। राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। सीताराम 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 सीताराम। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। बोलो हलवा बोलो। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम। निताय गौरंगा निताय गौरंगा। निताय गौरंगा गौर हरे। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपा 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 प्रभुपा। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। I think time is finished, huh? Hare Krishna. Any question anybody has? Hare Krishna. किसी को हाँ? कौन सा? वो भजन पहुंच गया आपके पास? यहाँ नहीं है? अच्छा अच्छा। अच्छा अच्छा, चलो जैसे आपकी इच्छा सुना देते हैं। अच्छा मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे, नंदलाल समरिया मेरे। मेरा कोई बिन मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, नंदलाल समरिया मेरे। मेरा कोई करुणा सागर करुणा काना, करुणा सागर तेरा सहारा। करुणा जिसने पुकारा उसे तूने तारा, जिसने पुकारा उसे तूने तारा। मैं आया द्वारे तेरे, मैं नंदलाल समरिया मेरे। मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, नंदलाल समरिया मेरे, मेरा कोई तुम दीन बंधु हितकारी, मैं दुखिया शरण तिहारी। काटो जन्म मरण के फेरे, काटो जन्म नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे, मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा को नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे। विषयों के जाल में फंस कर, बंधे हो मोह पाश में कस कर, दुख पाए नाथ गनेरे, दुख पाए नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे। मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा कोई न नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे, नंद हम दीनहीन संसारी, एक आशा नाथ तेहारी, तेरे चरण कमल के चेरे, तेरे चरण नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे, नंद मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा कोई न नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे। दिन रात चैन ना आवे, रैन चैन ना, एक तेरी याद सतावे, एक तेरी याद सतावे। जग देख लिया बहु तेरे, जग नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे, नंद मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा नंद लाल सबरिया मेरे। निशि बासर ध्यान लगाऊं, तेरी पद रज शीश चढ़ाऊं, गुण गाऊं सांझ सवेरे, गुण नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे नंद मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे मेरा कोई न नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे तूने लाखों पापी तारे नहीं कुछ गुण दोष बिचारे भिक्षुक खड़ा द्वारे तेरे भिक्षुक खड़ा नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे मेरा कोई न भव सागर में भटक रहा हूँ भव सागर में भटक बीच भ्रमर में अटक रहा हूँ बीच प्रभु बन जाओ आके बेड़े प्रभु बन जाओ आकर बेड़े नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे नंद मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे मेरा कोई नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे जय नंद लाला जय नंद लाला जय गोपाल जय गोपाल जय नंद लाला जय नंद लाला गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोपाल जय जय हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरि बोल हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Bol. मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, नंद लाल सांवरिया मेरे। निताय गौरंगा, निताय गौरंगा, निताय गौरंगा गौर हरे। जय सचिनंदन गौर हरे। गौरा गौरा गौर हरे। निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। निताय गौर निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 गुरुदेव। दो बार बोलना आपने हरि हरि बोल। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल दो बार बोला करो। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। अभी आपने जंप लगा के छत को छूना है, ये लाइट गोल गोल लाइट को नहीं छूना, बाकी छत को छू सकते हैं। हरि बोल, हरि बोल। तुम क्यों नहीं कर रहा भाई? थक गया? हाँ, अरे टांगे ठीक हैं? हरि बोल। ये नहीं कर रहा, इसको करवाना है, उठा के कर। हरि बोल। अभी थोड़ा किया। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। बोलो गौर हरि भगवान की, बोलो हरि बोल नहीं करने वालों की टांगों में दर्द हो गई। हरे कृष्ण,
हरे कृष्णा, हरे
कोई प्रश्न किसी को? एनी कोई? हाँ हाँ, आप प्रश्न पूछ रही हो या आशीर्वाद दे रही हो? आपने ऐसे कहा, अगर मैंने आपने कहा सुनो हरि बोल, अरे आगे से हटना, तुम मोबाइल उनके हाथ में दे दो।
माइक है, माइक फॉर द जूम।
प्रश्न ये है कि अभी मैं नया जुड़ी हूँ और मेरे परिवार में दे आर नॉट डिवोटीज, सो अभी मैं कृष्ण में जा रही हूँ, तो मेरे मेरे घर में जो मेरी एक्टिविटीज हैं वो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट हो गई हैं। मैं हर वक्त भजन या सेशंस ही सुन रही हूँ सुबह शाम, तो मेरे घर में जो बच्चे हैं वो अब वो गैप और बढ़ता जा रहा है, तो मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं उसको किस तरह से मैं क्या करूं।
देखो भगवान के चरणों में प्रार्थना करो, प्रभुपाद के चरणों में। वो ऐसी परिस्थिति जो भी भक्त हुए ना आज तक उनके सामने खड़ी हुई है। मीरा जी का नाम सुना है ना? मीरा जी का कितनी कठिन परिस्थिति उनके जीवन में खड़ी हुई थी, सब उनके विरुद्ध में थे। प्रहलाद जी के जीवन में, ध्रुव जी के जीवन में, जो भी भक्त हुए, भगवान से प्रार्थना करो और सहनशील बनो। सहनशीलता लानी है। महाप्रभु ने कहा त्रणादपि सुनीचे ना तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानी न मान देना कीर्तनीय सदारी। हमें अपने आप को तृण से ज्यादा विनम्र, वृक्ष से ज्यादा सहनशील, अपने मान की इच्छा ना करके दूसरों का मान करना, तो भगवान रास्ता निकालेंगे। तो हम भी उस परिस्थिति से गुजरे हैं। ये जो बैठा उनके पास कैमरामैन, इसके सारे इसके खिलाफ थे। ये डॉक्टर है, पढ़ा लिखा, कहते ये डॉक्टरी करके अभी भक्ति नहीं, आपने डॉक्टरी करनी है। ये डटा रहा। भगवान देखो आज वो सब सीधे हो गए, जो उसको हटा रहे थे वो सीधे हो गए। इसलिए आपको भी समय लगेगा, सहनशील बनो। हाँ और बोलो, हाँ बोलो।
तो मैं बिल्कुल अपने आप को शांत, पेशेंस वो सब रखती हूँ। सिर्फ ये लगता है कि कहीं जहाँ बच्चों को शिक्षा देनी चाहिए, कहीं न कहीं मुझे बच्चों को अगर शिक्षा देनी चाहिए, उनका भी मार्गदर्शन कि मैं इतने अच्छे रास्ते में आ गई हूँ, बट वो फिर मुझे लगता है कि कहीं मैं उनके साथ अगर मैं, क्योंकि वो फिर मुझसे फ्री नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं करते हैं, उन्हें लगता है मैं एबनॉर्मल हो गई हूँ। तो ऐसा मैं उनके साथ कुछ गलत तो नहीं कर रही, क्योंकि मैंने
अगर आप ये सही मार्ग उनको नहीं बताते हैं ना, सुन रहे हो नहीं, ये जो सही मार्ग है अगर बच्चों को नहीं बताते तो आप गलत हैं। शास्त्र में कहा है जो अपने बच्चों को मुक्ति ना दिला सके उसे माँ बाप नहीं बनना चाहिए। जो गुरु शिष्य को मुक्ति ना दिला सके उसे गुरु नहीं बनना चाहिए। शास्त्र चक्षु, शास्त्र की आंखों से देखना है। समझाई माता जी आपको? कहाँ से आप? पंजाबी माता? कहाँ से? अच्छा ठीक है,
अभी तो आ गई हूँ, 2015 में आ गई।
मोह माया में आ गए अभी आप हैं।
मेरे हस्बैंड का मन था यहाँ आने के लिए, तो फिर मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकती थी उनके आगे। अभी वो वहीं पे फंस गए हैं,
वो गुड़गांव में फंस गए।
वो गुड़गांव में फंस गया, फैक्ट्री वगैरह जो भी वो।
अच्छा नहीं, आप भी वापस जाओ उधर ही।
प्रार्थना ही है।
हाँ ठीक। हमारी शुभकामनाएं। भारत में भक्ति हो सकती है, यहाँ बड़ा कठिन है, बहुत कठिन है। हमें ये लोग जो हैं, क्या नाम है माता का, क्या नाम है, नंदीमुखी एंड कंपनी, इनका पति सब बुलाते हैं, हम आ जाते हैं, लेकिन हमारा मन नहीं करता। वृंदावन से कहते हैं आ जाओ वृंदावन छोड़ के, ये कहते हैं हम वृंदावन नहीं आ सकते तो आप क्यों वृंदावन में रहते हो, आ जाओ इधर। इनके बुलाने पर आना पड़ता, क्या करें। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। हैं? तो मैं नहीं, पहले नहीं कहा? मैं भगवान का पीछा नहीं छोड़ूंगा। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। वेलकम वेलकम। और कोई प्रश्न किसी को तो नहीं जो मैंने कहा हो, कोई समझ ना आया हुआ? अच्छा। कोई प्रश्न? अभी कोई प्रश्न नहीं है ना? हैं? ये हमारे चीफ एमडी को पूछना पड़ेगा आपको। हाँ जी बोलिए। हरे कृष्ण।
एक
क्वेश्चन था या अभी भी है?
दीक्षा लेना कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है? क्योंकि हमें लगता है कि दीक्षा से ज्यादा शिक्षा इम्पोर्टेंट है।
आपके लगने की वैल्यू क्या है? अभी जैसे एक आदमी को गलत लगता है, हैं? उसको लगता है मैं इस लड़की से छेड़खानी करूं, उसका लगना सही है? हमारे लगने पे नहीं जाना है। ये मलिन मन की उपज है। जो शास्त्र चक्षु, जो प्रभुपाद कह रहे हैं, जो शास्त्र कह रहा है उसके अनुसार चलना है। हम और आप क्या हैं? भगवान ने भी दीक्षा ली, हमें दिखाने के लिए, वह बिना दीक्षा के कोई नहीं। कृष्ण भगवान के गुरु थे संदीपनी मुनि। कृष्ण भगवान के एक भक्त हुए धन्नाजाट, सुना नाम नहीं? धन्नाजाट जो थे बड़े भक्त थे। बड़ी लंबी कथा है, छोटी सी बात में सुनाता हूँ। तो उनके पास भगवान आ गए, खेत कुछ बीजा भी नहीं था, साधु संतों को खिला दिया बीज, फिर भी भगवान ने पैदा कर दिया। फिर रखवाली नहीं करें, वो भजन में लगे रहें। भगवान आ गए कि मुझे कोई काम दे दो। कहते क्या काम? कि मैं खेत की रखवाली कर सकता हूँ। कहते हैं फिर हमारे पास पैसे देने के लिए नहीं, कहीं हम बांट लेंगे फसल को, भगवान कहते हैं। कहते फिर आप भोजन मैं यहीं रखवाली करूँगा, आपको भोजन मुझे यहीं देना पड़ेगा। तो धना जाट एक दिन भोजन लेके गए भगवान के लिए। भगवान सो रहे थे, चद्र सोचने लगे कि सोए हुए को नहीं उठाना चाहिए, पर मैं तो भोजन के लिए उठा रहा हूँ। थोड़ी सी चद्र ऊपर की, देखा किरीटी कुंडल मोट मुकुट, हे भगवान सो रहे हैं। समझ गए, भगवान के चरणों में गिर गए। भगवान फिर उठे, जाओ वैसे ही बन गए। वो समझ गए भगवान मेरे साथ रह रहे हैं। उन्होंने कहा प्रभु मुझे गले लगाओ। भगवान कहते हैं मैं गले नहीं लगाऊंगा। कहते क्यों प्रभु? कि तेरा कोई गुरु नहीं है। गुरु की बात हो रही है ना, तो पर प्रभु आप मेरे साथ हैं, गुरु को क्या जरूरत है? कहते बिना गुरु के नहीं तो मैं गले लगाऊंगा। मैं आप बताओ किसको गुरु बनाऊं? बोले कर रामानंदाचार्य हैं बनारस में, उनके पास जाओ, उनको गुरु बनाओ, फिर मैं तुम्हें गले लगाऊंगा। गुरु बिन जग में जो रहे उनके बड़े अभाग, समझे, बड़े भाग्यहीन है जिनके गुरु नहीं है। गुरु का होना बहुत जरूरी है। जब भगवान गुरु बना रहे, आप भगवान से ज्यादा बड़े हो गए। आप ऐसे ही लगता है, आप कहते हैं मेरा ऐसा लगता है मेरे को। हमारे लगने पे नहीं जाना। क्या नाम आपका है? कहाँ से आप?
दिल्ली से।
पंजाबी?
नहीं,
हाँ,
उत्तरांचल।
अच्छा उत्तरांचल। उत्तरांचल के लोग गुरु नहीं बनाते हैं। गुरु होना बहुत जरूरी।
ये लगता है कि शिक्षा अगर संपूर्ण नहीं हुई फिर दीक्षा में कहीं ना
अगर मैं नहीं पूर्ण हुई तो नरक में जाना पड़ेगा। और क्या है फिर? वो करनी है ना पूर्ण। जैसे बिना भोजन खाए पेट नहीं भरेगा, भोजन करना ही पड़ेगा। अगर मैं भोजन में नहीं खाऊंगा पेट भी भर जाए तो थोड़ा होगा। भोजन भी खाना पड़ेगा, बनाना भी पड़ेगा, तो पेट भी भरना पड़ेगा। ऐसे लेना पड़े, सब कुछ करना पड़ेगा। हरे कृष्णा। और कोई प्रश्न किसी को? और कोई प्रश्न माता जी आपको? हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। तो ठीक, हाँ आप बोलो।
प्रश्न ये कि जो मेरे हस्बैंड हैं, अभी मैं उनको बात फोन पे करती रहती हूँ, तो उनका भी अब रुझान हो रहा है।
हाँ,
मगर उनका, मैं तो इसको जैसे पिछले 2 साल से सुन रही हूँ। वो और वृंदावन में एक और जी हैं, उनको ज्यादा कर रहे हैं फॉलो।
वृंदावन में
प्रेमानंद जी को सुन।
हाँ हाँ
तो अभी उनका मन उधर जा रहा है, मेरा मन इधर है। तो अब एक ही फैमिली में मान लीजिए मेरी भगवान की कृपा से दीक्षा इधर होती है और वो उधर जाते हैं, तो क्या ये ठीक है एक फैमिली में?
देखो ऐसा है, प्रेमानंद जी की बात, प्रेमानंद जी एकादशी रखने के लिए मना करते हैं। बहुत सारे जो हमारे सनातन नियम जो भगवान ने दिए हैं, चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने, उनको पालन करने से मना करते हैं। अभी आप खुद ही हिसाब लगा लो।
तो वो उधर जाते हैं, जाए कोई बात नहीं, मैं इधर।
कोई बात तो नहीं है, बात तो है। बात क्यों नहीं है? उधर मिलेगा कुछ भी नहीं वहां पर।
नहीं मतलब मैं वो ऐसे नहीं है कि मैं उनको कुछ बोलूं, वो अपनी उनकी एक वो है जनरली फैमिली।
देखो आप उनकी धर्म पत्नी हैं या नहीं है? धर्म पत्नी का मतलब पता है आपको?
धर्म में जो साथ दे।
ना, जो पति को धर्म में लगाए।
हाँ मैंने लगाया, तभी
तो लगा दे, फिर कहते हैं उनको जाने दें। ये क्या कह रही हैं आप? उनको जाने दें। आप भी वहां जाके रहो। और देखो अगर वो सही भक्ति करेंगे ना तो 50% भक्ति आपको मिलेगी। अगर गलत काम करेंगे 100% उन्हीं के पास। आप 100% भक्ति करेंगे 100% आपके पास। आप कोई गलत काम करेंगे आधा उनके पास। ऐसा शास्त्र ने कहा है। समझाइए आपको। हरे कृष्ण।
महाराज जी मेरा एक प्रश्न है, बच्चों को कैसे हम लेके आए? बच्चे, एक ही लड़की है मेरी 13 साल की, उसे लगता है कि मेरे से माँ दूर हो गई है।
देखो आपने प्रयास करना है। वैसे बच्चे अगर नई भक्ति में लगते, माँ बच्चे की पहली गुरु होती है। बचपन से ही बच्चों को संस्कार देने चाहिए। मुसलमान अपने बच्चों को देते हैं, सिख देते हैं, ईसाई देते हैं, हिंदू नहीं देते। ये हमारी बहुत बड़ी कमी है। बड़े होकर बच्चे सुनते नहीं, जब तो फिर हम बच्चों का दोष नहीं, हमारा दोष होता है, हम पहले ध्यान नहीं देते।
पहले बहुत करती थी, अब वो थोड़ा थोड़ा कम हो गई है, अभी बड़ी हो गई ना, टीनेजर।
हाँ नहीं, पर उसको समझाने का प्रयास करो, हाँ उसको समझाओ। हरे कृष्ण। हाँ और कोई प्रश्न किसी को? ठीक, हरे कृष्ण। सारे बोलो हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। इस मंत्र को चलते फिरते उठते बैठते जपते रहो। और ये जपने से पहले ये 2 मंत्र भी बोल लो, मेरे पीछे बोलो। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। पहला मंत्र नमा ओम विष्णुपदाया कृष्णा पृष्ठाया भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे समस्त देश तारणे। पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गौ निताय पंचतत्व की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, वृंदावन धाम की। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you very much all of you for joining. Let's chant 3 times Maha Mantra for the good health of Maharaj, so that he will be with us more and more and enlighten the fallen conditioned souls. And for the host and hostess here, hosting Maharaj.
हाँ ठीक है। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे